Yes.
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 Okay, just to make sure again, team number 5, we got Paulina, we got Victoria, and who else?
Luis.
Alejandro.
Me, Luis.
Okay, so it was you. Perfect, I got it. Okay, good. So teams number 3 and 5, once again, are you ready? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so time is ticking now.
Okay.
So,
Go on. Sorry.
thank you, sweetie. So we are very pleased that you guys, we can get to meet again, PNG and Herson. So we want to hear you first. We want to hear your comments and see if we can get to an agreement that is beneficial for both of us. So please, Herson, what would you start with?
Okay, so we have, first of all, it's great to have you. My name is Alejandra, and my other two collaborators are Luis Alejandro and Pau. And okay, so you want to hear our first offer, and for the first variable, it will be that the inflation would be 1.5 times for the fee. But this fee would include insurance for everything we are transporting for you. Also, for the payment of the services, we are asking for the 70% of the payment in US dollars. We have to remember that we are considering an insurance for your items, and we are aware that you are aware of the context in Venezuela about security when it comes to importing. And for the last variable, we would ask for a 20 days to pay this amount. Okay, so the relationship between the days, the percentage of the inflation that will be multiplied for getting the fee, and the percentage of payment that we're asking in US dollars, it is because of the behavior of the inflation here in Venezuela. So we are willing to hear from you.
Okay, so let's go for parts. The first variable, okay, I agree with all the issue about in Venezuela, but I think, well, in dollars is like so much money, but we offer you to increase the annual fee up to 3%, taking like the inflation is as 6%. Well, this is because inflation is increase like in order to keep like the cost sustainable for us PNG, and yeah, I think like we are like in this position right now. What do you think?
So you're willing to make an upgrade to the fee amount in multiplying it by 6 times the inflation?
I mean like the half of the 6%.
3%?
Yeah, 3%.
But okay, so our proposal was that the fee is set according to the inflation. So it's not like a percentage, but more is that we adjust the fee like a certain amount of times. In this case, our proposal is 1.5 times inflation. We have to adjust the fee to the inflation, not to a percentage.
Yes, we cannot move the fee into a percentage part, because as Venezuela's inflation moves a lot, we need to be aware of all the movements that it's happening in the time we're taking part in this contract. So we need to be aware of the inflation instead of a percentage in the fee we're going to take.
Yes, it's not like premonition of the inflation, like trying to establish a percentage of increasing the prices or the fee in this case, but more how much we will adjust it to make it stable in the term of payment, um, so that we can continue with the operations and that this goes well for both of us.
Okay, but I mean, the inflation is not always the same. And we both know that Venezuela, it's kind of a harsh market. So what about if we can manage this by not adding any fee, but we can pay you a large percentage in dollars. Maybe Matthias can talk to you more about that. But we do think that your fee is kind of high because Venezuela's inflation is not always the same. I mean, in 2019, it closed at 9%, so it's really high. So maybe we can talk about that with the payment.
Yeah.
Matthias?
That's also why we were offering you guys an insurance with the disinflation. So I think this is something it haven't been offered before. We understand that you have been having some troubles with criminal stuff that with other suppliers. So we think that this insurance is a big opportunity for you to feel more confident about this. And that's why we are staying in this inflation. So we're being consistent with this inflation, right?
Yes, the fee is necessary. We cannot like just erase it from our returns. The fee is necessary and it is not something exclusive from us. A crucial fee is always going to come when you are hiring this type of service. So what we're offering here is that we set this fee according to the inflation in an amount that is stable enough for both of us to have a certain time for you to pay to us. The payment in dollars would be a second variable that Pau and Luis are gonna negotiate next. But in this part, we need to establish the how we're gonna handle the fee because it is necessary, and we're trying here is to fix it to a quantity that is beneficial for both of us. So I would advise my suggestion here is to consider the insurance as something that you didn't have, and to also make a proposition on maybe decreasing some quantity on the fee and negotiate more about the days of payment you have, because this fee is necessary, and to make it subjected to the inflation, it's also according to what you say that inflation here in Venezuela is not very stable, and actually it increases way too much in between weeks. So I repeat you, the offer is 1.5 times the inflation. We can negotiate it according to the relationship it would have with the days of payment. So what do you think?
Okay, I mean, I think you make some valid points. What about, I don't know, if you hear what we're planning to offer in terms of the payment and the days of the advanced payment and all that, so that we can come up to a more beneficial solution for both of us.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about like the payment of services, like what would it be like in dollars or bolivars, Matthias?
Yeah, I'm thinking like our customers pay us in bolivars, so maybe it'd be just the most simple that we pay you in bolivars also. So there's no extra hassle, no nothing. So.
These bolivars are you meaning 100% of it being in bolivars?
Yeah, or how do you feel about that? If we just pay you in bolivars because our customers pay us in bolivars. Yeah.
Well, we think that being PNG, you not only have bolivars, and we need dollars to keep working and keep providing our services. So we have to ask for dollars, and we don't think it's a lot of work to get dollars from your company, since you're an international one, and since our services are well, we need dollars in our payments in order to continue operating. We need to have some percentage of the income in dollars instead of bolivars.
What's your
But
suggestion of how many, the percentage of dollars
Well, that's what
that you want?
that's what we said before. We ask for the 75% of the services paid in dollars.
that's a little bit. That's actually a lot too much.
Yeah,
Because
that's too high.
you're a national company in Venezuela, so I don't think you need that much dollars, maybe, because I think most of stuff you can pay with bolivars, which is your national currency. And
Yeah,
also, yes.
we know that, but with this offer we're doing it because we are offering also the insurance. And since you lost $1 million because of a robbery you had, and also delays, another $1 million in 3 months, we are offering insurance that will make sure all your containers are in good shape, because our relationships country, military and governmental. So that is why we are asking for this percentage in dollars for all the benefits we're offering you.
Okay. What do you think about this counter offer? We accept your fee of 1.5% with insurance, but we get to pay you 95% in bolivars, but 5% in dollars.
What about we lower the fee to 1.4 times the inflation, and we reduce the payment in US dollars to 30%, and we keep the 20 days of the time term to pay?
Can you repeat the part of the percentage of dollars and bolivars, please?
30% of the services will be paid in US dollars and 70% in bolivars.
Can we do team back?
Yeah, I think we need
Team
that.
back, yes.
Team back.
You guys need to do a
by the
team
way,
back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll open rooms for you. I already set them up. So here it goes.
I actually cannot go to the break.
Wait.
It didn't appear like the. I just stay here.
Okay. Which one is your team?
3 with.
You're with Maria, Matias.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So let me. I don't know how to do this.
Or I can wait for them.
No. We need you to take part of that. So, I think it's gonna be better if you wait for them, because I didn't put you in, and I don't want to
break.
Oh no! Wait, I can do it.
Okay.
Francisco. Yes, here you are. So I will assign you to team number 2. So here you go.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So check. You probably have an invitation. So join.
Oh my God, I don't have any.
It seems like you are.
No, because it didn't appear like the request.
There it says Maria Fernanda, Francisco, Matias, and Vero. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm not Francisco, I am Antonio.
Sorry, I made a mistake again. So, well, Francisco is with them. Okay, so here you
missing the other team.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Let's wait for the others.
Okay. Okay.
So, is everyone back?
I believe so.
From our team, yes. I don't know.
Okay. So we're still waiting for the other one then? Let me join their team to see how they are doing.
Yes, please, because we have time all over us.
Teacher, did you pass the time? Like, does there?
No, but I will compensate. So we have 16 minutes now. Let me check on the others.
Okay.
Thank you.
Try to go 90. If they don't say no, we can negotiate down. But let's first try 90. But we can settle for like 75 or like 80 or something like that. So.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I think we're ready. Let's get back to it.
Back, Luis.
Yeah.
So you guys ready?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back then. Okay, so seems like they are back.
Okay.
So make sure you open your microphones, because they get shut down when you come back. So you guys have 5 minutes left.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, okay.
Perfect.
Can I just
So,
start by saying one small thing? You said we lost a container worth 1 million, but we didn't lose it. It was actually a Chile container. It was not one of ours. And it was lost because our previous company had done something criminal with the local mafia, and we hope we won't have such problems with you guys. So we're thinking like maybe we really don't need the insurance because we haven't had such losses, or like we can have our own insurance anyway.
so what do you think about a 1.15 fee of inflation, and you pay us 30% in dollars, the rest in bolivars, and we have a 20-day payment time?
Yeah, I'm joking. We were thinking, okay, we can accept the 1.5 without the insurance, but 80% in bolivars, 20% dollars, and a 90-day payment. Yeah.
What about we reduce the payment term, the time, and we reduce also the fee? So as Pau said, we can keep the fee at 1.15 times the inflation. That is 0.4% less than we initially proposed, and we keep the paying term in 25 days. Is the max, because we are considering a very close range with the inflation and the behavior of the inflation in Venezuela. It's way too inconsistent to keep it far way more than 25 days.
We give us 30 days a month because it's important to us to have like cash flow too.
Yeah, but it's a 5-day difference that will only make like it will only ensure that we can continue with our operation. So we insist in the 25 term days and the 1.15 times inflation fee. And and we accept to your 80%.
So it's okay, the 1.15 inflation.
Yeah.
Yes, so it would be 1.15 times the inflation for the fee, the 20% payment in US dollars, and the 25 days to pay.
I think if you're gonna accept like the 80%, sorry, 20% in US dollars, I think we have to have a little bit, some more than 25 days, because 25 days for us.
Sorry, got.
I can hear you.
I think that what he meant.
Because we need to keep the cash flow going. I'm not sure enough to do that. So,
Matthew, can you repeat? You glitched.
the sound didn't work. Okay. So what I was saying, like if we're gonna add, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it just said my internet connection is unstable. But if we're gonna accept the 25 days, because that is already for us to keep the cash flow going, I think at that point we would have to be able to pay more the percentage in bolivars, because that's already taking a pretty big cut for us for the cash flow.
We already accepted to increase your percentage in bolivars. We said before 30% in US dollars, and we accepted to only 20%.
Yeah, I understand, but for 25 days, I think we would need a little bit more, because the cash flow is already starting to be a little bit unstable with that time, and that we need a lot more dollars for our own use, because the inflation is a little bit unstable. So
is that that's why we reduce the inflation fee, and well, even though you don't need insurance, you would still need it if you consider the context in Venezuela. It's still dangerous. It doesn't change. We do have a good relationship, but it's still a difficult market to get into. Okay, so maybe if we accept 25% in US dollars, we agree to the 30 days payment.
Okay. What about 1.2% of the fee times inflation? We keep the 70% in. Well, no. I'm sorry.
You already said no.
75% in bolivars and 15% in dollars. No, I think I went the other way. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
What about 35 days to pay, but with 1.3 times the inflation fee, and to keep the 20% of the payment in US dollars?
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
That could work.
Yeah, I think that will work.
Okay. Then we have a deal.
Yeah, high five.
High five. Far away.
Okay, since we don't have a contract, just make sure that that we have well, each team writes it down, and yeah, you guys did a good job. So we compensated 2 minutes for the team back, so you guys are good on the time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.